Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another Dune Awakening video. This is the ultimate irradiated slag farm. So now it's time to put on your Mark 6 rad suit and let's get started. Step 1, we head to the rad zone. The way I personally like to do this is to find the nearest world map exit rather than having to fly across the whole map. While in the overworld map, we want to head down to the left side and enter through this gate. So the first thing I do as soon as I spawn in is jump in the Thopter and head to my left. This is our first stop. Always remember to pocket your Thopter if you have your scout. Through this entire farm, you only need to fight on 2 occasions, and this is the first one. The layout for all the ships that we'll be visiting are pretty similar. I like to head left, collect any loot that's available there, then clear the right of the room. Make sure you have at least an improvised cut array with you so that you can remove these doors. And just a side note here that this down ship can actually hold the infamous Tal cut array. So back in the Thopter we go to find our next location, which is right in this area, the wreck of Leto. So my second big tip here would be, as we approach these crashed ships, you want to look for the area that looks the most torn up. That's the best entry point for sure. So once again, we head around to our left, clear any loot that we can from this side, then back over to the right. So after just our first 2 down ships, we're at 39 irradiated slags. Our next stop is just slightly further north to the wreck of the Opria. Once again, we're heading for the most torn end of the ship. As you enter, head around to your left and rinse and repeat. Now we're sitting at 47 irradiated slags. So our next stop is slightly further north again to the wreck of the Delphus. So the inner layout of this one is a little different. We still head around to the left to clear the loot, but then there is a door we have to remove in the center of the room. Remember to bring just some basic bandages with you to deal with the poison and the fire damage. So this will be our second last stop, but it'll be the most involved one yet. It's the wreck of the Opria in the center of the shoal. So make your way around to this end of the torn ship so we can make our entry point. Once inside, we want to head for this center room that has a green glowing light. Time to cut array the door to get the ID band inside. Remember, green unlocks green. Don't forget about these 2 loot chests. One here. And one just as you exit, down here. Now we head for the green pentashield lights. they indicate the way, like this. If you're not familiar with the layout, it's best to bring a flashlight so that you can see in these instances here. Head back to the room with that main ID band, and then head for this red light, which leads to our next pentashield. There are 3 different chests in this room that can contain irradiated slag. Our current tally is 79. Next up, we head to the center room where there's a purple glow. The purple glow has our next ID band. After you get the purple ID band, follow this exact path around to the left until you get to the next pentashield. Don't forget this loot chest here, and also this yellow one here. Round to the right is the room that the purple ID band has unlocked, which contains the big loot. There's one small chest around to the left of the room here. Another one here, and the big mama. Time to head back out for our final stop. Now we head north towards the wreck of the Delphus. I noticed here that my radiation level was getting pretty high, and this is a good place to be able to leave the zone and recuperate. So back down we go for our final fight of the run. At the end of the run, we ended up with 111 irradiated slag. Not a bad haul. For me personally, it's easiest just to fly into the overworld map to get back to base. So just a little side note here, guys, you need to combine your irradiated slag with fuel cells in order to make spice infused fuel cells. And the best way I found to do this is to just farm the A row of the deep desert. So you get the A row deep desert fuel cells, you mix them with your irradiated slag, and we get our spice infused fuel cells. And these are used to fuel the spice generators in game, which are the most powerful fuel generators that you can get. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and that you learned heaps from it. If you did, please remember to like and subscribe, leave a comment, a suggestion, a critique, a compliment, whatever it is. I appreciate it so much. Till the next one. Bye.